Hello and welcome to the Corporate Development Academy, Codac. Here we bring you different topics that cut across all spheres of life. It's been a wonderful journey so far, and I must express my gratitude to everyone that's connected with us. Your comments, your feedback, and your suggestions. Thank you. My name is Chibuzo Okechukwu. Life is full of ups and downs, and at different times, we all go through tough times and face different challenges. For some of us, it's more ups than downs, and for others, it's the opposite. And even for some others, it looks like it's just ups or downs. My topic today is a very sensitive one, so I'll ask that you pay close attention. I've titled this, Light at the End of the Lockdown. The COVID-19 pandemic is one of the biggest downs that the global community is facing. And in downtimes like this, it's like passing through a tunnel. For those that have been through tunnels, you know that it's dark, it's dingy, and it's very discomforting. And most times it looks like there's no light at the end. The lockdown and all the restrictions is the tunnel that we're currently going through. And for each one of us, the tunnels are of different sizes. Just like our situations and conditions are not the same. But there are two things that are constant. First, the length of the tunnel. You see, with the lockdown, it started at a time where no country was prepared. But when it ends at the same time for all of us. And secondly, the fact that there is an end. For this particular tunnel, the COVID-19, the time will come when it will be a thing of the past, I can assure you. For some people, the tunnel conditions are better than for others. You know, some of you have wide room, high tunnels. You're even able to walk standing. You have businesses that may still be running. You have things going a little bit okay for you. And for some others, it's a very narrow tunnel and they can only crawl through it. Jobs are gone. Businesses had to be shut down. A lot of things have gone bad. Unfortunately, the pandemic caught the world unawares. Many countries were not prepared. And so, you and I are going through things differently. Let me make you understand a bit more what a tunnel is. So a tunnel is an underground passage. It has one in point and an out point. Usually it's beneath a road or a project or a mountain, or it's just carved through an already existing surface. It's similar for the lockdown. It's come at a time where we've had to be taken beneath what we're used to. We have to forge our way through it. We have to force through it. But you see, I have something to share with you. You must look beyond your going through and focus on your going to. You need to see an end in sight. Oh, I'm aware it's definitely not easy. I've not even come to tell you that the lockdown is going to be easy or it's been easy so far. But I've come to share some truth with you, and one of them is this. Where you are at the end of this lockdown will be determined by the things that you do, the steps that you take, or if you even take any steps at all, while it lasts. So, it's okay. Some people doubt that there's even light at the end of the tunnel. One thing is necessary. At least accept that at the end of that tunnel, there's enough oxygen for you to breathe in order for you to keep going. You see, as a person, it's your duty to keep on going. The real test now is not even how fast you move through the tunnel, trying to get to the light. It's focused on how persistently, how diligently you're willing to continue to move, even when it seems like things are difficult, with no light in sight. Here's the thing. You can choose to move fast or slow. It doesn't really matter in this situation. But don't be at the same spot when this lockdown ends. Let me tell you, there's no specific end to the lockdown. But whenever it ends, it gets brighter. Because at the end, there's light. What we meet when the lockdown is over will become the new normal that we will have. That's light for us. depending on how you go through the tunnel. Now, some people can't even see or even imagine any light at the end. Now, this is not because they are negative or they are pessimistic, but I speak about people who literally can't even tell where their next meal is going to come from. This brings me to my next point, and this goes to all of you that are watching and listening to me now. You may be the source of light for someone else. You may even be the light itself. You may be the hope that they would have. You may be the help that they would need. You may be their reason to continue. You may even be the one to guide someone else through their own tunnel. So tell me, why aren't you moving? Why are you at a spot? Why do you think what you're going through now is all you would go through, or that's how things should be? Your current situation might be someone else's point of growth. Look, there's something you need to know. Where you are now as you push through is where someone else is hoping to get to. So you've had the experience. You have the network that somebody else might need. You have the resources that people are trying to acquire. You know everything that it entails to be where you are now. And effectively, in that position, you've been through it for a while. Why don't you help them? Dear friends, we are all dealing with the lockdown in different ways. And although businesses, jobs, projects, lifestyles, and so much more have been affected, life must continue. So what are you doing now as the situation persists? What have you been up to in these trying times? Let's hear from a few people.
As an extrovert, it has not been easy at all. The lockdown has taken away my freedom. Someone who likes going in and out, trust me, it has not been easy. But it has given me a great opportunity to develop my sewing skills. Yes, I sew. So I have been sharpening the sewing skills. Plus, it has been profitable because I have been making face masks for people who need them.
I still get to work from home every now and then, but the hours are no longer the same. So what I try to do is either learn new skills or sharpen old ones. For instance, I'm picking up videography and editing programs that I know would come in handy for me when this thing blows over.
Well, with the COVID-19, I had to shut down my business, and it has also given me the time to bond with my family. You know, we had to take precautions. Although it is tough, it is necessary, and we must go through it. When everything is over, we'll return back to business.
So I have 2 children and they keep me pretty busy. We go over schoolwork and we get to do some experiments once in a while. Outside of that, I work out every day and I read books that I haven't gotten around to read in a while. And because I work intermittently, my time is pretty much used up.
You've heard it yourself. The lockdown has forced a lot of businesses to shut down temporarily, and even for some permanently. It's seen others take advantage of the time to bond with family and friends. It's a time for self-development. So many people have gotten books, they've been reading, they've been improving themselves, they've been learning from the internet, they've been gaining knowledge. No matter what it is, you have to do something productive now as you focus on the light at the end. Let me share some things with you. Quitters will say the tunnel is the new normal. Oh, these are people that would build a house where they are. They would get comfortable what they're going through. They will see no need to push forward. The negative ones will say that the light at the end that they can see is a train that is coming. Oh, these ones can't see anything good in any situation. They see it. They're similar to quitters because they end up giving up. The pessimists would only see the tunnel. Oh, they dwell in the problems. They dwell in all that they're going through. The optimist will see just the light at the end of the tunnel, full of hope. Sometimes these people get it wrong because they focus so much on what they hope for that they do nothing about what they're going through. But the realist sees the tunnel. He sees the light at the end of the tunnel. Oh, and guess what? He also sees even the next tunnel. You know, it's not always going to be like this. It wasn't always like this. And even at the end of this lockdown, how are we sure that what will come next, we are prepared for it? So my question is this: which one of these categories do you fall? But you see, wherever you fall, that would determine what the end would look like for you. You need to know this. You don't want to still be locked at the end of the lockdown. You know why? This lockdown will end. The COVID-19 pandemic will pass, and the world will continue. Don't stay stuck in the tunnel. Don't let the end meet you unprepared, just like the beginning did. Keep pushing. Keep moving. Keep learning. Keep helping others. Keep praying. And don't stop believing in God. My friends, stay positive. Never lose sight of the fact. Thank you. I would like to share some hashtags and ask that we please get them out there. Let's do our own bit to get this episode and all the other episodes to as many people as possible. Share them on your pages. Like our page. Leave your comments. And please send us your details if you'd like to be a part of subsequent episodes. I would love to have you. Let's keep the conversation going. This is Codac.